Alright, so I just finished watching Training Day. It is currently close to 3 a.m. here on the East Coast. Late upload tonight, 2:56. Wow. First time watching Training Day, released in 2001. I was born in 2002. I've obviously heard of it. I've seen the GIFs, I've seen some clips, but I've never really seen the movie. I've never actually seen the movie. Yeah, so the movie came out October 5th, 2001, and technically finished watching it today, which is Saturday, August 23rd. Now, overall, I give Training Day a cool 8.8 out of 10. Denzel Washington is a phenomenal actor. Now, what I usually do with these reviews is I start off with the ending because it's fresh and ingrained in my brain, and I work myself up to the beginning, and then we just wrap it all up like a bow. But let's get into it. So, first things first, Training Day. Now, we get introduced to Denzel Washington, who plays Alonzo Harris, Ethan Hawke, who plays Jake Hoyt. You also have a couple of other people as well that we end up learning about, like Smiley, Roger, Alonzo's partner as well, Sarah. Get a random Snoop Dogg appearance, random Dr. Dre appearance. Yeah, it's a lot of things to get into. Learn about the Sandman, which is just an intriguing character overall. But yeah, like I mentioned, overall, I give Training Day an 8.8 out of 10. Now, for right now, I want to talk about the ending because the ending was cinema. Now, I mentioned Alonzo. Alonzo is a manipulator. He's not a really good person. He's a cop, but he's one of those cops that he like toes the line between like doing his job and like going overboard, like being a manipulator. He really is holding Jake Hoyt, like his partner, under his wing, but he's also like throwing him under the bus. He's manipulating him. He's putting him under traps. He's showing him the ropes, like in a bad way, which at the end of the movie really comes back to bite him. Because at the end of the movie, Jake finally grows some stones. He's never killed anybody, which he didn't throughout the whole entire movie as well. But he finally grew some stones because earlier with Roger in Roger's house, Alonzo wanted them to pull on him, and he didn't. Multiple times, he didn't. So Alonzo just had to take matters into his own hands. But finally, at the end, Hoyt finally grew some stones. And my boy Alonzo, I'm not gonna lie, he got Eva Mendes, aka Sarah, fine shit. But he got bitched in front of his own partner. And he had a kid as well. Didn't they say at the end he had like 4 kids as well? Like, that's tough. That's tough. Now that's tough. They literally ended up ending up in a shootout, upping Poe in his house. He's literally, what's it called? He's literally upping Poe, like breaking random things in his house while this kid is supposed to be hiding in the closet. And his wife, he just finished, I think, hitting her because she really ain't had nothing on when he opened the door for this bust. And I'm thinking, as soon as Hoyt walks into his room, like, man, what is this gimmick? Hoyt ain't gonna do anything here. What is Hoyt even doing here? I mean, obviously, Alonzo, he stole the money from Roger's house to pay for, what was it again? I just looked it up previously. It was to pay for something from the Rust or something like that he owed them money and something like that. Yeah, there's something along those lines. Again, it's 3 a.m. Give me some grace, but yeah. And then Hoyt finally, I think, is this the first time Hoyt shot a gun? He literally up pole got Alonzo right in the ass. Now that by this time they've left the house, they've done that, they've done this. We see Hoyt on the ground. I'm thinking Hoyt's up out of there. I'm thinking it's over for Hoyt. I'm thinking, damn, you're packed up, buddy. He's literally in like a stream of blood, like with his face on the ground, like his stomach on the ground. I'm like, he's cooked. Alonzo gets up from all of that, goes to the window, and they end up going through it. They're getting the shots off, like not shots, like boom, 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 boom. Not like these, but like boom, 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 hand. And then out of nowhere, Alonzo's driving off, and then boom, Hoyt randomly appears on Alonzo's hood of his car, and like that's where they really get into it. And then they get into it, boom, boom, boom. They're both landing their shots, and then bang. Hoyt's going in. Alonzo's in the car. Boom. They get out of it. It's like a gang of people walking up. I'm like, oh shit. They're about to help Alonzo. Turns out they didn't help Alonzo. They were basically really on Hoyt's side at the end of the day. And that's where he ended up. I'm jumping the gun earlier. That's where he really ended up in the pole and shooting Denzel in the ass. Because he has stole the money that Denzel stole from Rogers after the upholding got him up out of there. After Hoyt didn't want to do that. Because Hoyt actually has brain cells. And that's where this really all stemmed from. So he stole the money, boom, boom, boom. There was a gun. He ended up picking it up from somebody because they didn't want to handle their work. He's like, no, around here, you got to do that. I don't know what misconception you have that we do this. No, if you want to handle your work, you got to handle your damn self. So he gets, boom, lights up like a cig or something. He thinking shit is sweet. He thinking this shit is light work. Come to find out, he turns around. He's like, he puts his thingy on, so you can see that he's a police officer, like his badge. He's just laying down. Ass shot is crazy. Like, he turns around, boom, ass shot is crazy. Then he's just sitting there, you know, just not pause. Like he's really eating that shot at the end of the day. So you know, they go through that. Boom, 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 boom. And he ends up like dipping out of that. And I'm like, how the hell did he make it out of that? You can see in the window, Sarah, his partner, and his kid are watching that, and she's like pushing him away. So he like, so they both don't want to see, but especially the kid. She's driving away. Before I get ahead of myself, there also was the moment where we had the iconic moment with also not only Denzel, not with Denzel, but before that with Hoyt, where Denzel's character Alonzo had set Hoyt up because they had met a child, was it that day, that was about to get damn near raped. Like, she was a 14-year-old. She was ditching class, and there's just two men in the alley that were about to, unfortunately, do so. And they ended up getting to them. And getting into a little bit. And, you know, one of them ends up getting beat under the jewels. The other one, I forgot what ended up happening to him. But, they did not make it off scot-free, as I believe the other people around there ended up handling their light work as well. But long story short, Smiley, his cousin, was also what's it called, kind of in a, not at a crossroads, but he was in a kind of like part of the setup. I don't know if Smiley knew this initially. I don't know how to explain it, but still, besides the point. So there was a setup from Alonzo to Hoyt where he set up Hoyt. He set Hoyt up with Alonzo. He set Hoyt up with Smiley in his group as well. So basically, there was something that Smiley's niece or whatever, the person who was about to get raped, and set something on him. So Alonzo set that on Hoyt so that, you know, they had their game going on, and then eventually something will pop up on Hoyt, and Smiley would be like, "What the hell is this?" And he ends up finding it. And literally, Hoyt ends up in a bathtub. And, you know, blood gushing over him, gun on his face. He calls his niece. He's like, "Oh, anything you want to tell me? Did you go to school today? Did you talk to anybody?" And initially she's like, "No, I went to school today." But Smiley's like, "Tell me the real." And then she tells him the real. "Oh, yeah, there's a couple of guys here. I talked to this guy, police officer, about what? He looks pretty young." And Hoyt, Hoyt saw his life flash in between his eyes. It was absolutely absurd. It was a phenomenal scene. Also the scene as well, which I'll just connect to this all in one. The next scene after, the gang, basically the hood, had Hoyt's side, and Alonzo had shot in the ass. He has an iconic line. A couple of quotes I had written down. "I'm putting cases on all you bitches. King Kong." Oh my god, I messed that up. Oh my god, that's a self-net. "King Kong ain't got shit on me." And at the end of the movie, man, the Russians done did Alonzo dirty. They handle Hoyt's light work. and they got Alonzo up out of there, man. Alonzo was a part of a statistic, unfortunately. He left a fine shit partner of his, Sarah aka Mendez. He left at least one kid again. I'm pretty sure I heard 4 kids, but again, it's 3 a.m. So, yeah. At the very minimum, he has 1 kid. But, yeah, it was absolutely absurd. The Russians, for the money no longer being there, they said, "Pop, pop, fuck out her." I know that man Hoyt was smiling from ear to ear. I mean, he was trying to handle that light work. Then he got trapped with Smiley. And then he dipped out. And Hoyt's like, what the hell? And the end was history, man. That was a really good ending to what's it called? Very good ending to Training Day. Again, my first time really watching the movie. Now let's start all the way from the beginning and we'll work our way back. So like I mentioned, it was a really good movie, so iconic. I've seen the boom gif being used. I've seen the my nigga. I've seen the I put cases in all you bitches. King Kong ain't got shit on me. I've seen so many. I just have never seen the movie overall. But yeah. So first off, really got captured by the boom. That was amazing. Really, at the beginning of the movie, I remember that vividly, and oh yeah, vividly. It was amazing, man. It was definitely amazing. And you could tell from the beginning, Denzel Washington was going to have a great day. I mean, he was just the villain. Again, you're a police officer and a villain. It's absurd. You can also tell in the beginning of the movie as well that Hoyt was going to be in for a wild ride because he's really the shotgun man. He's really the right hand man. He's really the duo to this guy who's really a menace to society. You knew that he looked kind of like scared, and you knew that he was going to be in some uncomfortable situations. And the comfortable situations he was in. But yeah. Also, in the beginning of the movie, they had a good shakedown as well. Shaking down this freak. And then they talked. Now, it wasn't them. It was Alonzo, the terrorist of society. He was like, oh, something this. You do something like this again, I'm gonna find somebody to run a train on your girlfriend. Like, brother, do you know how insane that is? Like, holy shit. And Alonzo, this guy really tried to take Hoyt under his wing, and then out of the blue, he fried him by giving him some of that good, that weed, that marijuana, bro. He was literally on a different planet. That man was on Venus. That man was on Mars. That man was literally, bro, he was fried. That man was on Pluto. Doesn't exist anymore, bro. He was gone. He was off that good, that ganja, that good, that gas. Yeah. And then a little bit of road rage on the road, obviously. What's it called? This man Alonzo, menace to society. He bit somebody with a gun. Somebody was beeping. He put out a gun. He's like, these. And that bro on the road, he piped down real quick. Pause. Not like that, but you really just stop talking. Yeah. And like I mentioned earlier, in the ending, they had to own those alley freaks, both Denzel and Hoyt. Now, did they finish the job? No. But did they give them a piece of their mind? Yeah. Did they shake some fear to them? Yeah. So, own those freaks. They need to be stopped. Like, thank God they ended up eventually being in a pack. Now, I don't know how they really ended up in, but definitely struck some fear to them to hopefully they don't do things like that or think of doing things like that. But yeah, y'all need fucking help. Happy that he got hit behind the jewels. Now, apparently he was talking about shooting one of his balls off. I think he just hit him down there, and the rest is history. But yeah. And I mentioned a random what's it called? Side mission from Snoop Dogg. Such a young Snoop. Like you can tell it is Snoop Dogg, but you really have to initially look and be like, is that him? And then when you do, it's like, yeah, it is. It sounds just like him. Yeah, it's Denzel. Yeah, it's Denzel, brother. I mean, it's not Denzel. I mean, it's obviously Denzel in the movie, but yeah, it's Snoop Dogg, brother. It's definitely Snoop Dogg, brother. And randomly just go on a random bust for Sandman. What was that? His mother or something like that, or somebody else related to him. I remember she was wearing like this purple thing, and she was like not really like backing down and stuff like that. And there was a 10-year-old in the house, and it was just so much going on there. But it was a nasty shootout after all of that, and they ended. And finding in that moment Sandman, where they went to the house to raid and they ended up in a shootout. Like, this man Alonso's just like, he's towing the line. He's not even towing the line. He's going through it, man. This man is a menace to society. I mean, the job overall was his absolute hell. It's like a GTA RP storyline, like literally fighting for your life every single day, especially when you're Alonso and you're a menace to society and you're literally going to the extreme every single situation. And yeah, and then when I locked my eyes on Sarah, aka Eva Mendes, I'm like, where I know her from? I definitely seen her in like clips and gifs on like Twitter, because I don't think I've watched, like, I looked her up. There's like Too Fast, Too Furious, like, what's it called? Like her hyped up like movies and maybe TV shows, but I haven't really seen of them. So it really has to be just gifts that I've seen in the past. But yeah, she is special, and I mentioned as well, special. But yeah. And then this man Denzel ends up getting, you know, a bust kind of for 40K, and he only ends up giving what's it called? The officer or whatever the hell it was, whoever the hell these high ups or whatever it is, gave them 4K. He had 40K, instead he had 4K, so he had 36K. That 36K, yeah, this man is a freak. And then they end up going to Roger's house, and Rogers has some like drug money, whatever the hell it is. And I'm going to his house, finding something, like going through the carpet and the like the what's it called? Carpet, the like mat or whatever, and going through his floor, finding a lot, like an insane amount of money. Was that where that 40K was from as well? I can't remember off the top of my head. But it was a lot of money in like $100 bills. Like, this man was loaded for sure. Good heist over there. There's a couple people as well that were like securing the house for Roger, and they end up getting shot as well to create like a fake storyline that, oh, this happened, so we'll let you live, but there's a storyline you gotta tell. Like, it's just so much damn shit going on. And yeah. It was GG's, you know, GG's to Roger, GG's to the guy that was guarding. We didn't end up finding out what really happened to him, but he got shot in the chest multiple times. He had trouble breathing. We didn't end up really finding out, at least at the top of my head, if the cops ended up finding out on what the hell happened with Roger and all like that. But yeah, that was absolutely insane. Like I mentioned, I gave Training Day an 8.8 out of 10. It was a really good movie. The movie was actually so good that it won 1 Oscar. He had 18 wins and 23 nominations overall. Shout out to the writer, David Ayer, and the director, Antoine Fuqua. Yeah. And on IMDb, they have the stars listed as Denzel Washington, who obviously we know, Ethan Hawke, who I'll be honest, not too familiar with. Shout out to Brodo. And also Scott Glenn as well. I'm not too familiar with as well, but shout out to Bro. For sure. Now, overall, as I usually do with these reviews, I want to look at the cast. I mean, shout a lot of people out, but it was definitely a really good movie. Denzel Washington, he plays a phenomenal villain. But yeah, man, Brody had to get packed up at the end. It is what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, as you mentioned, Denzel Washington played Alonzo. Ethan Hawke played Jake Hoyt. Scott Glenn played Roger. Tom Berenger played Stan Gursky. Harris Yulin played Doug Rosselli. Raymond J. Barry played Lou Jacobs. Cliff Curtis played Smiley. Dr. Dre, I remember Dr. Dre nowadays from the music, but also Dr. Dre, Beats by Dre, yes sir, played Paul. Snoop Dogg played a little cameo as Blue. Macy Gray played Sandman's wife. Oh, that was his wife. I was wondering who that was. Okay, but Lisa, the character, she was played by Charlotte Ayana. Sarah was played by Eva Mendes. Tim by Nick Chinland. Jaime Gomez played by Mark. Raymond Cruz, who I do know from like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, like something along those series. He played the character of Sniper. Moreno was played by Noel Guglielmi. The character of Letty was played by Samantha Esteban. and the waiter in the dining car is played by Richard Browner. So shout out to all the actors and actresses out there. Training Day was a really damn good movie, and I was a guy that have not watched a lot of movies, and especially off the top of my head, not too much Denzel Washington movies. I always hear him hailed it as one of the better actors in recent memory, and really of all time, frankly enough. I definitely want to tap into his bag in terms of all of that. So if you have any recommendation for Denzel Washington movies, comment down below. Any recommendations for movies overall as well. I know Superman came out not too long ago. I wanted to get into that, but I'm so behind on like, I don't think I've ever in my life actually, funny enough, I vividly don't remember me ever watching a Superman movie. Like, I'm really like a Spider-Man merchant, and I'm fairly tapped into Batman, but yeah, like, I'm so behind on movies, not even funny. And nowadays I just watch like, I watch War of the Worlds because it was highly talked about and stuff like that. So I'm like a hype beast when it comes to that. I'm not even like good stuff. Like War of the Worlds wasn't good. I knew it wasn't good going into it. It was made over COVID. Like SQ's literal son said that as well. But yeah, a lot of just hype the movies, things that come out recently that have a lot of, you know, people talking about it. I'll tune into that, make a review on that. But yeah, Training Day 2001 review 23 years later. Very good overall. I give it an 8.8 out of 10. But yeah, but other than that, y'all, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Playback. Also my Twitch as well. I've been around 3 months to have more or so on Playback, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Also my Instagram. Links to all of those, as well as all of my channels, will always be in the description box down below. Other than that, it's me, boy John. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. It is 3:18 a.m. man. Grind. I just finished off a close to like 3.5 hours on Playback. Chill with my boy Albert for like 3 hours. Watch Training Day. Did some side missions. Back on the grind. 3:20 a.m. Gotta edit this up. Get a TikTok. This, that, and the third. Upload this on YouTube. Go to bed after going to sleep yesterday at 4 a.m. Luckily, it is a weekend, Saturday. But yeah, grind season don't stop. Yes, sir. Big 23, Jordan year. It is time to grind. But yeah, like I said, it's been your boy John. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.